Welcome back to another edition of Mehlville Media.
I'm Cooper.
And I'm Devin. Here's a look at what you'll see in today's broadcast.
We learn about TAP Intervention Program, we spotlight Mr. Ratliff, and preview a few spring sports.
All that and more. Mehlville Today starts now.
For our first story, Audrey, Izzy, and Melody covered TAP Interventions.
Let's take a look.
TAP Interventions is a new program that has started up this school year. The goal of this program is to help students stay on track with classes and hopefully increase their test scores. Let's take a look.
Focusing on four core classes that have the EOC. What they're looking at is those PLCs are coming up with formative assessments that they can give to their classes. And then if they're scoring a little bit lower or they're not making that standard, we offer an intervention during TAP. That intervention is with two different teachers that are in that same curriculum, that are giving them different strategies, reteaching, new lessons that can help them grasp those concepts. So hopefully by the time the EOC comes around in May, we get a higher score.
Okay, and then...
Do you want to pause so that you can see?
I think we're starting, now we're in session 4, I believe, so we're starting to see the use of the strategies that we're giving the kids and the resources that we're able to show them. We're starting to see the impact of those on the assessments that maybe they've been struggling on or what their teachers have identified as maybe as areas of small weakness.
Seeing progress, it helps me get my test scores up, and it helps me because I get more time to learn about the things I struggle with in that class.
With photographers Izzy Wilder and Audrey Bailey, I'm Melody Martin-Shahy for Mehlville Today.
For our next story, we looked behind the scenes of snow days.
Cooper and Hannah have the coverage.
With recent events, we asked students their opinions on snow days, along with the superintendent's reassurance that improvements will be made.
My drive home was pretty dangerous. The moment I turned out of school, I was sliding and my car made a 90-degree slide that wasn't supposed to happen.
We asked Aurora Hawkins, who rode the bus that day, about her thoughts on the ride.
Well, we went a lot slower than we normally do, and I live really close to the school, so it took a lot longer than it normally would.
Oh, wait, stop.
Well, they didn't let us out whenever everybody else was going, and they let people go first that lived further away, which I thought helped. I think that they might have cleared off the way to the buses from the snow and ice and stuff, so we didn't trip and fall.
We are thankful for everyone's help and cooperation during that stressful time. Superintendent Dr. Hogg stated, "Our leadership team has been reflecting on Friday's forecast and our decision-making to help ensure this doesn't happen again." With photographer Hannah Kohler, this is Cooper Reek for Mehlville Today.
For our next story, we have an interesting new topic.
Nick and Devin show us their new On Topic podcast.
Hello, this is On Topic, a new podcast with your host, Devin Scott.
And Nick Mullenbrock.
On this podcast, Nick and I will bring a guest on a show and try to argue with their opinion.
We'll be trying to post every 2 weeks, and we have a preview for you guys of a test episode we did. Check it out.
Who would I take on in a fight? Grizzly bear.
You take on a grizzly bear?
Yes, I would take on a grizzly bear. Would you rather go up to a grizzly bear and fight a grizzly bear or fight a gorilla?
A gorilla?
Who's winning in a fight, a gorilla or a grizzly bear?
A grizzly bear?
It's not!
He's going to jump on you?
The bear's not gonna jump! A gorilla would pick you up, rip your arms off, start punching you in the face.
I'm still alive, aren't I?
Next, we catch up with the new business teacher, Mr. Ratliff.
Bruceby and Aubrey have the story.
So far, I've had a ton of fun working here. Kind of stumbled into this job late and felt like I was just trying to keep pace with what was going on here, but everybody's been so welcoming and been really nice to get to work with all the students and everything here. It's important to note that you cannot use organizations that already have a national, already established logos.
Well, since he's younger, he kind of treats the students more like friends and more like actual people rather than students. He's like more real, and he has like fun classes, and he's really engaging, and he likes talking with students and having like genuine conversations.
Well, I mean, I've been a student here for like 24 years, and he's just really chill. Like, he treats us like actual students, real people, and as long as you get the work done, he's cool, easy,
They offer everything from A to Z, as you can see with the A.
Mr. Ratliff is like very understanding since he's in college still, and like I'm a high school student, so like whenever I need questions about school, I'll ask him, and he's very understanding about work. So like when I'm like a week late, he'll be like, "Yo, you good?" And he'll make sure to check up on me, and yeah, we flip houses together.
Spring sports are back in action.
Caleb, Dennis, and Josh preview boys track.
This is Mehlville Media, and here's our coverage on boys track.
I ran and threw in high school, and when I got the job here at Mehlville, they needed a track coach. I really enjoyed it, and I felt like I had something to offer, so I coached for the first 10 years I was here. I am going to be coming back to coaching the boys throwers, shot, disc, and javelin. I would say come out. The greatest thing about track is that there's an event for everyone. So if you're fast, you can sprint. If you can jump, we have jumping events. If you're an endurance person, you can run long distance. And if you're strong, you can throw. It's a spring sport. It generally goes till after school's out. The state tournament is generally the week after school is out. So a lot of people don't always hear about the results at the end of the year, but it's a cool sport.
With photographers Caleb Gucciardo and Josh Winston, I'm Dennis Lindhorst with Mehlville Today.
Now let's check in with girls track.
Nolan and Keyshawn have the story.
We have asked many trackers what they like about track and how they got inspired to do it.
I like being able to work with students in a different method besides just teaching them chemistry and science. I really enjoy when I can pull science into track. I teach throws, so there's a lot of physics involved. So we talk a lot about physics. For throws, we were always talking about personal goals and improving our personal records.
My favorite part about track is the meets because I like to watch the pole vault, the long distance, the throws, and the sprints.
But remember the different things we talked about yesterday. Running tall, using our arms.
And I love my teammates and my coaches and the overall experience.
With photographer Keyshawn Scott, this is Nolan Bruley from Mehlville Today.
For our last story, we head to the court.
Here's Anna and Adna with the preview of boys volleyball.
We talked to some of the boys volleyball players to learn about their goals this season and to get to know them a little bit more.
I've played volleyball for the past 4 years now. I started my freshman year, and then our head coaches, Mark and Kyle Foley, helped coach me up to what I am now.
I'm passionate about the sport because of my teammates and how much effort they put into the sport. It makes me feel like I should do the same for them.
I chose to play volleyball because it seemed interesting and I wanted to be a part of a team at volleyball.
Goals are probably have a 500 record this season, win more games than we lose, or break even. It should be a really good goal because we got a lot of new guys coming through.
My goal for the season is to get far in districts and hopefully get to state.
So I'm preparing for my season by going to the gym and then the open gyms that we also have during the winter and spring heading into the season.
This season I'm excited for senior night as well as bonding with my teammates at tournaments and games.
So Misha used to not sponsor volleyball with the state of Missouri. So now that we're a sponsor, I think we get a little more funding and tournaments get more widely announced and stuff like that. So state and all that stuff will be a lot bigger than what it used to be, and it's going to be a lot better.
With photographer Adna Music, I'm Anna Wolf for Mehlville Today.
That's all for today's broadcast.
Be sure to follow us on social media at Mehlville Media and mehlvillemedia.com to keep up with all things Mehlville. Thanks for watching.